There are moments in history when nations don't fall by invasion, but by miscalculation. Not by war, but by infrastructure. Not through force, but through dependency. And today, one of the most important strategic shifts in Southeast Asia is happening where almost nobody is looking. Vietnam's digital nervous system, slowly and quietly, is being rewired by China. When Reuters revealed that Huawei and ZTE had begun winning 5G contracts in Vietnam, it sounds small. A few tenders here, a few antennas there, a 23 million contract here, 20 million contract there. But to understand what's coming, you must understand one thing. China never wins big all at once. China wins by winning small everywhere. One antenna, one provincial network, one quiet maintenance deal, and piece by piece the puzzle forms. Vietnam was not supposed to choose China. For years, it resisted Chinese tech. Why? Because America warned against it. But now, something has changed, and it has nothing to do with telecom. It has everything to do with pressure, fear, and political psychology of a nation caught between two giants. In 2025, the US announced new tariff on Vietnamese goods. For Washington, it was a leverage, but for Vietnam, it was a betrayal because Vietnam has spent the last decade becoming the world's alternative factory to China. Apple, Samsung, Nike, Disney suppliers, and suddenly the US, the very partner asking Vietnam to resist Chinese tech, was threatening their economy. In geopolitics, it is known as betrayal, and every betrayal has its consequences. When a nation feels punished by one partner, it inevitably moves closer to another. And that's exactly when Huawei fortune in Vietnam begins to shift. To understand China's strategy, you must understand one rule. China never needs to control your whole network. It only needs to control enough of it to digitally choke you or your allies. In November, Reuters reported that Vietnam 5G core is still Western, Nokia, Ericsson, Qualcomm. That does not sound just safe, it sounds reassuring to a common public in Western world. But here is what Western reporters never told you. In 5G, the core is no longer the crown jewels. The edges are the antennas, the radio, routers that sit in rural zones, borders, ports, industrial corridors. These are the places where metadata is collected, movement is tracked, vulnerabilities are inserted, firmware updates are pushed. And these systems operate quietly, invisibly, without anyone noticing. Most analysts focus on the upfront contracts, but in telecom, the upfront cost is irrelevant. The real power is in maintenance, firmware updates, remote diagnostics, vendor-controlled switches, emergency patches, spare parts supply, software lifecycle management. A nation may technically own the tower, but only Huawei or ZTE can update the firmware that makes them function. And here is the part Vietnam cannot escape. Maintenance lasts for 10 to 15 years. That's decades of dependency. A decade where China gained access to where data flows, what routing vulnerabilities exist, which industrial zones are connected. This is soft power embedded in a steel. This is not just telecom, it's leverage. Vietnam has always lived with paradox. It fears Chinese power but relies on Chinese supply chains. It distrusts Chinese intention but depends on Chinese component. It wants digital autonomy but wants the cheapest, fastest rollout. A Viettel insider told Reuters, Chinese tech is cheap. Of course it is. Because China does not sell hardware. China sells influence disguised as hardware. And whenever a nation does not choose price over sovereignty, it always pays later. Behind closed doors, Western diplomats are panicking. They fear something simple. If Vietnam network loses Western trust, the US will cut Vietnam out of advanced tech. No AI collaboration, no defense tech access, no supply chain integration. One US official said these Chinese contracts could undermine trust in Vietnam network. To put it simply, if you let Huawei in, we lock you out. Vietnam is now caught in the most dangerous place any country can be, between two empires demanding incompatible choices. And that's pressure, geopolitical, economic, psychological, is how nations crack. So to end this, how Vietnam future looks like. To put it simply, I don't know, because these can only be determined by people sitting in Hanoi or Washington. But there are 4 events that will determine whether Vietnam survive the next decade as a sovereign digital state or slip fully into China orbit. Number 1. The 2026-27 Undersea Cable Awards. If China wins even one of these, Vietnam will depend on China for a very long term. Number 2. The 5G Phase 2 rollout. These are rural and industrial zone rollout, and if cheap bids win, Chinese dominance will spend invisibly. Number 3. The data center expansion 2027 to 2029. If Chinese supplier enter Vietnam, then Vietnam's sovereignty will be zero. Number 4. A major geopolitical shock. It may be Taiwan crisis. If Vietnam is already dependent, it cannot resist. So to conclude, this is how a nation sleepwalks into the future, only to realize it walked into a trap, because power collapses long before anyone sees it, delusion builds long before anyone admits it, and infrastructure fails long before anyone understands it. Vietnam believes it is balancing 2 superpowers, but balance requires distance, and Vietnam's digital future is closing that distance inch by inch. The question is not whether China will control Vietnam network. The question is whether anyone in Vietnam realizes it is happening before it is too late.